Hello! Welcome back to Higurashi. Let me see, last time we had that really gruesome scene, even though it was mostly told to us rather than shown to us. Neither Tomitake or I believe in curses, but if things stayed the way they are, his death would be called the divine punishment in the 5th year. That'd mean Hinamizawa rejected Tomitake. I can't let that happen. He was one of us. He didn't live in Hinamizawa, but he visited here every year. He was more acquainted with the Hinamizawa people than I. He was more acquainted with the Hinamizawa people than I do. Brilliant grammar! So Oyashiro's curse shouldn't have ever hit him. Shouldn't ever have hit him. But I don't think I can help with anything. I don't know what happened that night. Oh, I just wanted to let you know if you'll hear or see something strange. If I hear or see, he's talking about the future? About a person, matter, rumor, or anything at all. They don't have to be clear. Here's my number. If I'm out, you can leave a message to somebody who answers the phone. He hands me a memo with his number. I hesitate to take it for a moment. If I take it, that'll mean I'll be involved. I'd really like your assistance in order to clear up Tomitake's death. That's right. Why do I hesitate? I'm gonna find the murderer who killed my friend. I grab his memo. The detective smiles satisfactorily, then suddenly looks serious. Everything we talked about here today remains between you and me. Please, don't tell anyone. I got it. Even to your friends. Especially, please make sure Sonozake and Furude won't know anything. Sonozake? You mean Neon? Why? Are you saying that she has something to do with the case? He suddenly mentions my close friends' names, on top of asking me to keep a secret. I get upset. For the sake of the investigation, I must say, screw that! Neon is my precious friend. He doesn't care, even though I'm upset. I can tell you why, but please don't feel bad. Say it! He hesitates for a bit. He looks out the window, thinks for a moment. The grammar! I can feel the bad grammar overwhelming me. He then opens his mouth. What? It's possible that the series of incidents that happened in Hinamizawa was inflicted by the whole village. That can't be true! Screw that nonsense! Do you have any evidence, first of all? There is no evidence. All the past cases have been solved, and all the culprits had no direct connections to the village. So why the hell do you want to keep it from them? Every year, someone dies on the day of the Wataganishi. Don't you think that's enough to raise questions? Only the Hinamizawa people value the divinity of the Wataganishi. So the reason strange incident happens only on that day has something to do with Hinamizawa. The first victim was a construction site manager. The next was the villager who was for the dam project. The enemies of the village die strangely one after another. Regardless of the process, that's what happened. That's an unreasonable doubt with no evidence. But I can't laugh it off. Then what about the priest who dies next, and the housewife after him? I thought we already discussed the housewife. They weren't this village's enemies. The priest didn't do much during the dam project turmoil, even though the villagers expected leadership from him. So some villagers were disappointed and had a grudge against him. Yeah. Even though they had a grudge against him, he didn't do any harm to the village, did he? Neither did the housewife. She was just a sister-in-law of the guy who invited the dam, wasn't she? That's no motive for murder. And what about Tomoitake? He had nothing to do with the dam project. He was just an outsider. How could that be enough reason? In the beginning, the incidents happened to those related to the dam project. But year by year, the relationship has become more distant. That's what scares me. The fact that the relationship is becoming distant. What do you mean? I mean, the victim no longer just has to be an enemy of the village. It can just be an outsider. You mean next year's victim will be picked out from outsiders? Or it could be a person who just moved here. What do you... I fall silent in the middle. The people who are most outside in Hinamizawa right now, my family and I'm living evidence. I don't even know the names of the people I pass on the streets. So the next victims will be Super Laggy, my family, me. But, yep, sorry, I'm just gonna fix this lag. But, how does that relate to Mion? I cannot elaborate on that now, but the Sonozaki family were the leaders of the dam protest team. And they were very aggressive, including Mion Sonozaki. During the protest, she was arrested for minor offenses and demeanor. I knew Mion fought in the protest. I didn't know her family was the leader. So what could this mean? Are you saying her family is involved in this series of incidents? I'm not exactly saying that, but if they were, the possibility is very high. That's what I'm trying to tell you. I don't understand his explanation. I think he's evading what I really want to know. I have no idea how much they're involved. That's why I don't want you to let any of the villagers know. I frown to show what I'm thinking. He seems to get what I mean. Let's think of it this way. I don't want worry the villagers who blindly believe in the curse, so we keep quiet. How about that? I still don't understand at all, but I understand that it's not a good idea to let anybody know about this. There's a culprit somewhere. There's no connection between the fact and the curse. Eventually the police will catch them, and they'll face the consequences. And the process has nothing to do with my friends. Maybe I shouldn't worry them, because they're sensitive about the curse. You're patronizing them. That's the wrong move, dude. Just like they keep it from me so that I don't worry. Oh, okay. Yeah, okay. It's time for me to keep quiet and not to worry them now, huh? I said that to myself. Especially this case must impact them a lot, since they've been concerned about the series of strange deaths that happen every year. I don't want them to suffer anymore. After all, I have to do as this cop says, even though I don't like it. Alright, I'll keep it from them. Is that alright? I didn't catch your name. I'm Oishi, from the Okinomiya Precinct. precinct. You can call me Kura-chan if you want. How does Oishi become Kura? No, Oishi-san's fine. Though he speaks in an unpleasant way, he uses polite expressions. This cop sounds like a typical What? What gave you that impression? This cop sounds like a typical middle-aged man. I've never seen this kind of cop in any TV show I know. Yeah, you see that kind of cop in American TV shows. Don't know about Japanese ones though. I took too much of your time. Your friends are waiting, right? You should probably go back now. When I open the door, hot humid hair comes in at once. It's scorching outside. Was it this hot today? Unlike the artificial coolness of the car, it feels nastily hot outside. The hot air makes me feel as if the whole area of Hinamizawa hates me now. Remember, I never told you to doubt your friends. Please don't be mistaken. That's ridiculous, but I don't say it. You won't find or hear anything, that'll be good enough. Because that means the villagers have nothing to do with the incidents. I'll contact you if I find something. But I'm not a detective, you know. Don't expect much from me. No, you don't have to play a detective. Please be natural as usual. I just want you to report to me something you hear in your daily life. I bow to Oishi and run back to the classroom. See you later. Take care, Mayabara. I don't look back on my way. I don't know how much time has passed. I feel sorry for keeping them waiting, but I'm concerned with something else now. Tomitake's death seems crazy enough. There's a possibility that the whole village is involved. On top of that, Mion might have been involved too. That's ridiculous. Mion, Rena, Satoko, Rika. Rika must have nothing to do with these incidents. Tomitake was attacked by multiple people. Who'd the murderers be? The murderers be? Are they hidden in Hinamizawa? I don't know. One thing is sure, Mion is not the culprit. Mi-chan's the culprit. They're still playing cool. Eh? I'm stunned by Rena's words. The weapon is a rope, the crime scene is the lounge. Ha ha ha. Wrong answer. No! Rena wriggles around while holding her head. She seems to have screwed up. Ah, Keiichi-san. Keiichi, you're late. We're very upset, you know. Sorry. Teacher wanted me in the teacher's office. Were you scolded for misbehavior? There. Well, we're hyped up here. Let's make the next game the last round since it's about time. I guess I have only 1 point so far. So doesn't that mean I'm going to be a loser? It's okay, Keiichi. Rena has -1 point. Oh, what? She has less points. She has less points than me, even though I wasn't in-game. We decided whether the punishment goes to Renna alone, or with Kei-chan in the final round. No kidding, Renna alone is good enough for the punishment. You promised to fight together with me, Keiichi. I was waiting for you the whole time, you know. I was. Oh, my bad. As I promised, I show my cards to Renna. I wait until Renna finds the culprit, even though I already know the answer. I get it, this music again. The culprit is me. The weapon is poison, and the crime scene is the entrance hall. What did you say? What do you say? Oh, Renna, you're quick. Isn't that just a random guess again? Oh! Renna got the right answer. Oh, so the punishment goes to Keiichi. Yeah, Keiichi, let's do our best. Yeah, of course. I owe one after all. The game is over now. Mion Sonozake, come first. The losers are Keiichi Mayabara and Renna Ryuga, and everybody claps their hands. The problem is the punishment. Alright, I'll decide what to fetch because I came in first. What's she going to request? What could it be? Let's not fetch something from a drugstore. I know what you're thinking. What? I don't want anything from a drugstore. What Uncle Mion wants is written on this note. Wow, there's a lot. A lot? Damn it. What does she want us to get? 2 tofus.